This kind of looks like the bottom of a giant battery, and that's kind of what it is. This is the Milwaukee M18 JS2000 Hot Shot Jump Starter, or if you're in North America, that will be this number right here. Oh, there we go. It is designed to jumpstart 12-volt vehicles. Milwaukee sent me this to make a reel for Instagram, but I figured I may as well make a real video about it as well, eh? And I'm gonna use it with this. This is one of the sort of automotive batteries, basically. It's got chemical and oil resistance. It's what's got this little shield here. So the TPE overmolding isn't TPE overmolding, obviously it's something else. I haven't opened it up to actually check what it is, but the plastic is different on the top as well. It may be a little hard to see on camera, but this is it next to a standard battery. This is shiny, this is matte. So we've got different composition here. So basically these newer batteries are resistant to oils and chemicals. The rubbery stuff on the bottom shouldn't swell up with oil, and chemicals shouldn't affect the plastic as much and stuff like that. So according to Milwaukee, you can get up to 70 jump starts off a 5 amp hour battery, which is pretty awesome. Looking at the front, we've got a power button, turns it on and off of course. We've got the jump button. So you push this, it'll take about 70 seconds I do believe to charge up. And then once it's charged up, you can then push the key button there, give your car a zap. Up here we've got a light button, and we've got a USB button so you can charge your phone off this thing. It of course has a positive and negative terminal clamp, and it has a handle on the top, which is kind of annoying because it's spring loaded and you put it down and it's like hanging onto my hand. When you hook this thing up to a battery, it will show you the voltage on the front here. And as well as having the standard sort of mode where you turn it on, power it up, and then turn your car on and jumpstart your car, you can override the system. If the battery is particularly knackered, you can override it. So you basically, these are live all the time, so you can charge something up, jump something. Not the sort of thing you should be using though to power your car all the time. Don't go doing that, because you're going to end up stuffing something. Anyway, hopefully it's not raining out there. I've got a car that needs to be jumped conveniently, so let's go try it out. This car has been sitting on the driveway for months now. Well, I know it's not going to go. The battery wasn't great to begin with, so key in. Nothing showing on the dash. Give her a crank. Nothing happening. Let's go see what that battery is reading at. It's going to be pretty damn low. I don't even know if this thing will start it. Right, we'll connect the positive clamp first to the terminals, and then the negative. You don't have to connect it before you turn it on, but just a little bit safer. No, less chance of it sparking and that sort of stuff. Turn her on, 1.3 volts. Can we see that on the camera? Yes, we can. 1.3 volts, 1.2 volts. It's low. I've currently got 68% of energy built up in the capacitance of this thing. Oh, it's gone down to the point where it can't even read it. It's so low. We might have to go into override mode. Anyway, let's charge her up. Now, from 0, can take just over a minute to charge this up to 100%. And when you do use it to jump the battery, it doesn't always drop back down to 0. In fact, it doesn't drop much at all, I've seen. Anyway, as you can see, it charges pretty quick. The battery's right on the limit of the 1.2 volt override cutoff for this thing. If it's below 1.2 volt, you can still charge it. It just does it a bit differently. So we're at 100%. Once I push this, we've got 30 seconds to go and try and start this thing. Now, because there's so little voltage, it's saying that the clamps aren't even connected, but they are. We are now in override mode. This is the override mode indicator. It's in override mode because it was below voltage. It doesn't know there's a battery even there. It's now trying to put 14.5 volts through this battery. It'll do a maximum of 15 volts, and I have only got 12 seconds left to start this car, but I'm just going to let it run out just to see what happens. So it's constantly beeping, letting you know it's running, and about to cut out. So we failed. But it did put enough juice into that battery to get it above that 1.2 volt cutoff now at least, although it is dropping fast because this battery is not very good. So let's try it again. Will it work at 98%? Will it let us try and start it? Yes, it will. Okay, I'll be back in a moment. Walking into the car. What have I done with the key? Why did I take the key out? There we go. Right, I have lights on the dashboard. Let's now, yeah, it looks like we're gonna go, are we? Yes. Started, no bother at all. And as you can see, we only went down to 88% here. We've got an error code coming up though, E2. I'll have to go and check what that is. But anyway, now we need to take off our clamps, do it in reverse order. Boom, boom. So as you can see, we only used about 12% of the charge that was built up inside this thing to start the car, which is pretty impressive. And it'll hold that charge for quite some time. Like if you leave it overnight, that'll probably drop to about 60 odd %. So it stays there for a bit. Anyway, the car is running, purring like a kitten. What will happen though now if I turn the car off? What will we be reading on the meter here? Let's have a look. Yeah, that battery is not holding much of a charge. As soon as I turned it off, there was no lights on the dash, couldn't get anything to work again. So let's see what it's reading. 2.2 volts. So yeah, this battery is kaput. Let's try cranking it over one more time. Dropping fast. We're at 100% again. Let's go to start mode. I'll take it with me this time. We'll run around while it beeps away. As you can see, we have lights on the dashboard. Starts perfectly, which is good. I'll let it run for a minute, wait for that thing to cut out, and then turn this off. Oh yeah, it's a nice noise. Okay, it must have cut off by now. Can't hear it. Okay, car off. Turn the key. Nothing. No lights. Nothing working at all. That battery is kaput. But the starter will get the car started and get you out of trouble and get you home or wherever you need to be, which is fantastic. And as long as you've got the thing in the car with you, then you can just jump it again if you need to get back from somewhere else, which is pretty cool. You don't even need a functioning battery. Depending on the car you've got, you definitely might need a functioning battery. Anyway, it jump starts, no problem. But as you can see, the voltage is dropping real quick, down to 1.6 volts already, and plummeting quickly. This car would need to run for quite some time to charge that battery back up with the alternator. But I think it's time for a new battery. So I can start this thing up now with the jump starter, drive up to Super Cheap Auto and grab another battery. But tools, what if I'm an idiot and I get the polarity wrong, i.e. I stick the negative clamp onto the positive terminal and the positive clamp onto the negative terminal? What will happen? Will it explode? No, you can hear it beeping right now. That beeping is indicating, as is this flashing light here, that you have got the clamps on the wrong terminals, and presumably it won't let you go any further. No. Can't charge anything up. It's saying, hey, there's an issue. Swap your terminals. Positive on positive, negative on negative, and we're back to normal. Charging up, ready to go. That's all good and well, tools, but what if I accidentally bump these together? What will happen? As you can see down on the screen, E1 error code telling you that there is an issue. So it's got a lot of safety features built into this thing. This thing knows that you're potentially a complete idiot. Now, as well as jump starting your car, you can also jump start your phone with this thing. Turn on the USB there, and that will activate this USB-C port, so you can charge your devices with 5 volts up to 3 amps. As well as that, there is a light on the top. Now, the light's not super bright, 500 lumens. It has 4 modes as well. Let's cycle through those, shall we? Brightest, middle brightest, least brightest, and SOS mode. So it's actually flashing SOS. So provided you're pointing that at somebody who knows what SOS is, then you might get some help. So it's an all-round help unit. SOS if you're stuck on the side of the road, light if you're stuck on the side of the road, you need to change a tyre or something like that, or any other stuff underneath your bonnet. as well as charging your battery, of course, charging your phone, and that is independent from powering it up for the rest of the charger. Now, I was jump starting a car with a very small engine, but this thing will do up to 8.1 litre petrol engines according to Milwaukee, and 3 litre diesel engines, and you'll get 70 jumps off that battery. Now, I imagine that's only for a very small car like I was doing. If you're doing a 3 litre diesel, I doubt you're going to get 70 charges off that. Let's just see if I have depleted 1 bar on this yet. Yes, I have. So I've done about 5 jumps with this thing, plus a bit of other fluffing around, playing with the lights and stuff. So there's no way you're going to get 70 from that, I wouldn't think. But you really only need 1 or 2 to get you out of a pinch, and then you can swap out the batteries. And if you've got other batteries kicking about, you can just change them out. I used to have one of these, which was massive and had a built-in battery. You had to charge up. The battery in it was junk. The thing hardly ever worked. If you did get it to jumpstart your van, then you'd have to charge it again straight away. Whereas this thing, you can just swap it out with another battery. And if you swapped it out with that battery, if that supposedly does 70, well, this is going to do over 150. That's a lot of jumps. Weight-wise, it's coming in at 3.1 kgs, or this amount of pounds. Now, the voltage of this thing is 15 volts at up to a peak of 2000 amps. And I'd love to test the temperature range of this thing, but it's quite broad. This thing will supposedly work at between minus 20 to 50 degrees Celsius, or what's that, minus 4 Fahrenheit to 120-ish Fahrenheit. So I can't even actually test that because I can't get a temperature low enough to test this thing. I don't know how to get to minus 20 degrees where I am right now. Like, my freezer won't even get that low, so you know, it never gets anywhere near that here, so I can't test that. And as for over 50, well, I'd have to go and stick it in the oven, which I don't really fancy doing. But I know that will be an issue for some of you. If you are outside those ranges, the device will tell you. It has some indicators on here that will say it's too hot or it's too cold. And according to Milwaukee, the capacitors inside this thing should last 500,000 cycles. You should be able to charge this thing up 500,000 times. So if you want a long-term review on this, I'm just going to go out and test it a few more times now. Once I get to 100,000 charges, I'll get back to you.